Hello, and welcome to Safe Space, the mid-season finale. This is a tabletop role-playing actual play show where we play the Mothership game by Tuesday Night Games. I'm going to put it in front of my face. To hell with the audio. And a game full of sci-fi, survival horror, and more. But who are we? Well, I am Vince Hunt, your game master / warden for this week's session, and I'm joined by 4 wonderful professional players. Well, they should be professional because they're so good at their characters.
We're getting paid.
We'll talk about that off air. But they are Jim Bampfield, Lizzie Boyle, Gavin Mitchell, and PJ Montgomery. Say hello, crew.
Hello, crew.
Hello, crew.
Hello, crew. What you can't see is I completely fluffed the intro just a second ago. But as always, my players, ultra supportive. I'm being nice to you now. Have you noticed that?
Wow.
The thing about this game, like survival horror games, I don't know if there's any other GMs, DMs, wardens, storytellers or whatever out there. If you're playing a game where there's high stakes, sanity, tension, your friends and your players come to distrust you. No matter so much so that even if you give them something nice, they'll think it's poisoned. Which is a sign of a good game. And I'm looking forward to this week's session because certainly if you've been watching the show, a lot has happened so far. And if you haven't, then there's a couple of things you need to know. First, you probably want to go back to episode 1.
Not a comic, Vince.
I know. It's because I love comics, man. You know me. And catch up to now. Heck, if you haven't watched the first season, go back and watch that, and you can see these people distrust me less and less with each session. But this is, of course, survival horror, and as a content warning, as a trigger warning, there may be descriptions of death, gore, tension, thrills, spills, chills, and everything in between. There may be nightmarish visions and adult content within this show. I, of course, know the lines and veils of my players, and we have sort of regular catch-ups just to make sure that everyone's on the same page, which if you're doing any sort of horror game, please do that. Of course you do, people. We trust you and we love you, but of course it's best to get the best sort of game. You want to know where you stand with everyone. But that doesn't mean that you can't torment them so much that they think you're going to do something bad every session. I mean, look at Jim's face. Look at how much he trusts me. So, with all that out the way, I think we've got a lot to get through, and it could get quite dark and dramatic this week. On this week's episode of Safe Space. In our last session, the mining colony of Cassius Prime was undergoing a site-wide evacuation, set into motion by the sabotage of its enormous planet drilling equipment. As this was happening, another ship was attempting to leave the planet, but what was happening on board that ship was a completely different set of panic-infused action. The twisted survivors of Tunnel B6 had boarded the Susan O'Brien unannounced, and Bartlett, their leader, was desperate to leave before anything could kick off even further. Captain Austin silently motioned to her crew and started a takeoff sequence that was purposely chaotic and dangerous, setting the entire ship shaking and moving so erratically that everyone could barely stand on the ship. And this was before the ship could even take off. our crew jumped into action, doing what they could to overcome these stowaways. There was gunfire and chaos. Doc Forrest almost got a shotgun blast to the face, but the marauders were beaten. With Bartlett subdued, his people put up no fight, and instead they were rounded up. All but one final figure, Boone, who was a little trickier to find, but through some clever military tactics and a better knowledge of the ship, Wendy and Blaze eventually took him in too. And so the O'Brien took off. Earlier than scheduled, leaving behind a planet of chaos, and it wasn't as quiet as they thought they were going to be, but they left behind also hopefully the last remnants of whatever evils the crew had faced before. It was odd, but the vast, endless expanse of space seemed to be a comfort, a safety net they had not had in some time. But the situation was anything but simple, and this junker vessel found itself to be a lot more crowded than it had been in some time. The crew packed away their prisoners and locked them up for the time being. And as such, there was a moment for the crew and these players to finally take a breather, at least in some ways. ZAM reunited with his glorious engines. Blaze got some R&R in his own way, and Wendy found time to reconnect and calm her mind and her emotions for the first time in quite a while. Dr. Forrest, however, was busy in his own way. He continued to do what the good doctor does, and administer aid to those injured souls aboard the ship. But after a meeting of minds with their leader Bartlett, took the opportunity to put the scarred man out of his misery, and also eliminate the threat he posed. What comes next? Well, we're about to find out this week, as that's kind of where we rejoin our crew. Actually, there is a point of order to start with before we get stuck into the game. Anyone who watched the end of last session know there were some rolls and a little bit of de-stress happened. In fact, Wendy, she rolled a critical success and she managed to get rid of some of her stress, and also lost a condition. But as we realised shortly after we finished the session and signed off and were patting each other on the backs, ha ha ha, good game everyone, ha ha ha, huzzah, Lizzie suddenly remembered that one of her conditions was, I believe it was doomed, Lizzie?
It was indeedy.
It was indeed.
Oh, yes.
And doomed is every critical success becomes a critical fail, which would have been very, very bad for Wendy. However, as we start this session, there may have been some comments going, hold on, did you not catch that? But I've been prepared for this. I am going to stick by the decision that we made last session. As a warden, as a GM, I should have spotted it. I should have immediately said it. And I took it a couple of steps further as well. Like, you lost a lot of stress, Wendy, and you also lost a condition. These are major things that happen to a character. And as a lot of you have been going through quite a lot, it's quite harsh to just sort of say, no, you get all that back, and it's going to get even worse for you. That's just not fair, and it won't be fun for anyone. So it's a case of, missed it, it's a learning, we move on. And that's what you do with every sort of session. So, you know, the ruling...
You're so nice.
The
Why are you being so nice?
No, because afterwards I did think...
The first thing that happens is, like, Wendy's going to get, like, 18 conditions and all the stuff. I can tell.
Yeah.
No.
We cut to Wendy.
This is a genuine moment.
Screaming into the void.
This is a genuine moment
Thank you.
of the warden. You don't have to thank me. It's one of those things that just during a game, I've missed so many things. I've missed the amount of times I should get you to roll a panic check, for instance, or like all kinds of rolls, because we're in deep in the game, and sometimes when you play a tabletop role-playing game, you're in the weeds almost too much to notice some of the rolls you should be making. But this particular roll was quite a critical, to pardon the pun, it was a critical roll. So I want to just I want to respect that. I made the mistake, so it stands. And likewise, if I do a similar thing, I'm not planning to make loads of mistakes, although I probably will. If such things happens again, then we'll just keep moving on, because the story is always moving on, and the players should, everyone should keep going. Otherwise, you just stop start, and it wouldn't be fun for anyone. So, if anyone out there wondered about that mistake I made, I did. But as a result, Wendy's doing all right. And Wendy's not been doing all right for about 5 sessions now. So, there's also that as well. I love these characters. So there was a moment of, it was just such a nice moment. So with that stands, Wendy, you're obviously sort of reconnected with yourself a little bit, but
All screwed.
However, when we left it in the last session, aboard the Susan O'Brien, the remaining sort of survivors of Tunnel B6, which is what I'm going to call them, they were stowed away, I believe, in one of the rooms on the O'Brien, wasn't it? Where did you leave them? I'll just bring.
Isn't it like the?
I'll bring the map up.
Oh, it's like the debrief room or something.
Yeah.
Briefing room.
Yeah. The sort of standard, the sort of meeting and planning office, which is a fairly basic sort of room, but you left them in there and make sure
there's nothing in there they could,
there's some tables and some chairs. Do you know what I mean? There's a comm unit which could quite easily have been just almost disconnected using Darcy, so they couldn't really mess about with anything. So they are in there. However, in the med bay, Dr. Forrest is not alone, because he has a corpse with him.
I mean, I've also got some sleeping patients, I think you'll find. So, only one of them's died.
So, just to clarify, just to paint the picture for me, Doc, which sleeping patients are you talking about here?
I'm sure there was like another one of the survivors who had taken wounds that was sedated that I'd treated.
Are they in the med bay with you?
They're asleep, Vince. They didn't see anything.
No, I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm just clarifying where everyone is in this ship. Calm down, PJ.
He's covering up his
Don't
witnesses.
paranoid this line of questioning.
Where were you on the night of? No.
Yeah, but there was. I think it.
Yeah,
was
there's
it
an
one or
injured
two?
one.
Yeah.
Bartlett and an injured one.
Okay, yeah. So that one.
I think it was the one that got the nail in his head. I think from ZAM.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I treated him, and he's fine, and I haven't murdered him. So, where's my props for that?
Round of applause for PJ for not actually murdering an NPC. Well done. Well done.
But no, yeah. So it's med bay, me, a corpse, and a sleeping man.
Okay. Now the rest of the crew and the team. I mean, the captain's up in the sort of cockpit in the bridge, moving the ship outwards, getting things set up. She's trying to re-establish communications and stuff. Wendy is zen. I'm guessing the rest of you guys are getting some much needed rest because you hadn't slept for over 24 hours, I think. You haven't really caught any proper Z's. But Doc, in this particular moment, what is the Doc doing after this moment? What is your plan?
Sit down and pour himself a drink.
Okay, so he's just going to stay there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Act like normal then.
I've got to roll a panic check for myself. Right, okay.
I do want to double check, Vince. I had a condition jumpy, but I've got something in my head saying that was just a temporary condition.
That was at there. That jumpy is a temporary one.
Okay.
That is in the moment that you gain 1 stress and all nearby companions gain 2 stress.
Yeah, but it's gone now.
But it's gone now. It's just in the moment. You're just sort of.
Thank you.
Yeah. For those watching, obviously the players have stress levels, and their stress levels have gone up quite a bit over the past. It's almost like sabotaging an entire sort of mining drill and setting it to explode and trying to escape the planet would be a stressful situation. Who knew? But Doc's alright.
Is he?
Is he?
Can
He's
I
alright.
check where Roy and Sarah are?
They are on the ship. There is the sort of the cryo chamber bay.
Okay.
Now, when these of course are the survivors from the Icarus, the remaining survivors, the Doc work together with Captain Austin to bring their sort of their medical pods. They aren't in cryopods right now, into the ship, and so they have been hooked up in that kind of area. But of course, at some point, ZAM has to properly. Did you begin doing? I don't think you began. Installing new cryopods.
Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
So that will have to happen before you do any jump, but you can't do any jumping at the moment. But they're currently in that area, just past the medical bay. So Doc is never too far for them really to sort of check up on them. So as Doc is just, are you just going to fall asleep there, Doc?
I don't think he'll sleep tonight.
Okay. And occasionally
He will. He'll just potter around to tidy up the medical bay as best he can. He will go check on Sarah and Roy, and then he will summon the captain to the med bay if she is able to do so.
And she will. She does that. When you check up on the cryo bay, Doc, as you turn to leave at the end, sort of in the corridor just past the med bay, you see a female figure that you've seen before, standing there, just looking very disappointed. Just always
Completely ignore her.
just in the corner of your eye that it seems like there's this person.
I don't even turn to look. I just ignore it.
And then, do you want the captain to meet you in the med bay?
Yep.
Eventually, Captain Austin sort of wanders in. She looks tired, and the ship after that the rough sort of takeoff and everything that's happened, the ship is gone back to that sort of steady thrum of the engines, that recognisable shudder and tremble that you have, and she sort of looks at you through tired eyes. Hey Doc, what is it, honey?
Bartlett didn't make it, Jane.
She sort of looks over to the table. Did you cover him up?
Yeah.
It's where the sheet is.
Obviously, the pillow went back under his head.
Oh, okay. It's just there on top. He didn't make it.
Oh, don't mind that. She just. Well, goddamn. What?
He was frail before he even set foot on this ship. He was never up for this. I think part of him knew that too.
Well, I will say he put up one hell of a act anyway. He had quite the poker face on him. I did not. There's something about all this that just makes me just kind of sad.
I can't condone his actions, but I can agree with his reasons.
I'm guessing. What about? And the other one's in the med bay, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about old Nails over there?
He'll be fine.
How long is he going to be out for?
Till morning.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing they're not going to take this too well.
No, I imagine not, but these people survived something awful. Bartlett, from my examinations, took the worst of it. He's done what he can to get them to safety. I think we need to do what we can to honor that. Find a ship or a planet that can take them somewhere safe.
Well, that kind of... There's the rub, Doc, because there ain't no planet in this system for a damn long time. And we gotta get this ship fixed and try to get home.
Yes.
How on earth do you presume that we explain all this to someone? Even if we fight a ship out here in the middle of nowhere, even if we hail them, what would you say?
The truth. They're survivors of a horrific disaster.
Okay. Okay, well, what do you want to do with him? She looks back at the body. I presume you don't want to keep him here while his buddy wakes up.
Callous as it may be, any dead weight we can shift.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
I'm saying exactly what you think I'm saying, yes.
Shit. Well, I don't like it, but I don't see many other options. Make a social roll, please, Doc.
One of these. Can I add any of my medical skills to it?
Add your field medicine.
Oh, very generous, thank you.
And probably, actually, I will say add your surgery, because, and I'm judging this based on the tone you had then. You took the tone of someone explaining something to someone, much like a surgeon or doctor.
Okay,
There's
so
that's
my social is 30 plus 15 for field medicine, 45, and then another 20 for surgery, 65, and I rolled 16.
16. You get the sense that what you're saying, Captain's believing every word. She's got no reason to not believe you. You've stitched on Wendy's arm. Okay, well, for now, let's put him down in the cargo bay with the other unfortunate soul that I took out of this world. So, have you got anything that we can carry him in? And sure enough, you and the captain can move the body for now.
Yeah, I assume we'd have like a
Yeah.
bed or something
Yeah.
with wheels there.
Yeah. And there is a way to sort of transfer it, and she sort of kind of wants to. The other body that, of course, when they broke onto the ship and they tried to attack her, she took one of them out. She shot one of them, so they're already down.
Yeah.
Someone anyway. And you certainly you take both these bodies and you wrap them up properly. They're like little mummified little packages. Where do you want to put them, Doc? Do you want to put them down in the cargo bay, or do you want to put them in an airlock in readiness, or somewhere else in the ship? It's completely your choice.
You can hide them in the ship. Like put
I
them in
wanna hide
cupboards or...
for spooky Halloween fun, jump out at me.
Yeah.
Maybe the starboard airlock for now.
Okay. And that's
Near the cargo bay.
It's a grim task, but Captain Austin and Doc, unbeknownst to everyone, move these bodies. Wendy, you hear people at some point in your state. You hear movement on the ship, but it's not.
There's always movement on the
There's
ship.
always movement on the ship. There's nothing to be concerned about.
Sounds like a dead body.
Drop it down the ladder.
Just do a bang. God damn it! Grab his legs.
Oh, they're doing the thing again.
And the captain tells you to get some rest if you can. Keep an eye on that one that's about to wake up. And everyone's going to have to figure out what to do with the other passengers. So, Doc, you can get some rest. You all have a moment. You get just for the... How kind do I be? I did that Pedro face then, just sort of looking off into the distance. No, it's too soon right now. So I think you just get a good night's rest, and you'll wake up. Zam, you wake up for the first time in a while in a familiar place by the engines.
The engines.
Yeah. And certainly everyone can reconvene in the galley. The captain is in the bridge, just checking on some things at the moment. And the floor is yours. Do you immediately sort of tell the group what's happening? We don't have to play all that out, but...
Yeah.
Okay. So...
Or, actually, no, I think I'd wait for the captain to be there.
Okay. And she will certainly be there initially.
Yeah, so when the captain's there, I will tell them that Bartlett has succumbed to his injuries.
Do they know?
Not yet.
Have fun with that.
Are we going to have...
Yes, your support, as always, Wendy, is appreciated.
Are we going to have another problem? Of course we are. That's a stupid goddamn question. I don't know how close they all were, but...
I'm going to go out on a limb and say they were close, what they went through together. We need to make it clear to them that Bartlett's final wish was for them to be able to live, carry on their lives. And we are going to do what we can to ensure that happens. The question now is, what can we do?
Well, we're currently on course for the jump gate, and I'm hoping that the repair crew is going to meet us on the way. Darcy at the moment is downloading some communications. I managed to get some sort of signal, so I'm just catching up on a lot of things. Hopefully there'll be a bit more information there, and we can get this movable bucket on the road even faster. But this ship isn't a... I've got far more guests on this ship of ours than I ever planned, and this ship was not made for this many people.
I think we'd all rather they hadn't just arrived here, but they are here.
Well, we don't have enough...
Can we drop them off?
Where do we drop them, Zam? I don't think...
There's loads of ships leaving the planet. Maybe we could hook up with one of them and pass them over.
You just want to hijack an emergency pod and throw a bunch of people that they thought were dead for quite some time on them? I don't...
Their responsibility, not ours.
Zam.
Captain, what about the repair team? When we rendezvous with them, maybe they could take them off our hands.
that's a possibility. I could. We're gonna have to word this pretty well. Because what are these people gonna do? I don't know these people. I don't know what interactions you had with them all, but
Minimal. I examined some of them, but if we're going to talk to the repair team, we need to warn them in advance that we've got extra passengers that we need to offload.
I don't even think that's... I mean, how many is there now? How
We
many
all
is
look at Doc.
Vince, how many are there?
6.
It's 6 now.
It's 6 now, Vince.
6 extra bodies. Well, hell.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What about Sarah and the little fella? The rich guy.
Roy.
Yeah, Roy. I knew you'd remember his name.
Well, they're still tucked up in the, just on the edge of the cryo bay, and
Are they sticking with us?
I thought
Again,
that was the
look at
plan.
Doc.
I thought that was the plan. Zam, I need you to
prefer
hook
to
up
get-
more.
To get Sarah to Earth, yes.
So,
Zam, when
You
he
know-
says Earth,
We have to.
roll a fear save.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Yeah, say.
Yeah.
roll for
So that
mother-in-law.
means I get higher than a 19.
No, this is just a fear save. This is just a save. This isn't a panic check. This is a fear save.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, okay. God. $80
80.
beats a 32. Yeah. Am I taking stress for that?
Yeah, you'll take a point of stress.
Because that takes me up to 20 then.
Mm-hmm. You've maxed out your stress currently.
Don't I die if I reach 20?
No. You've maxed out your stress level at 20. You can get more, right? But your level will never be more than, mechanically you can get more, but it will always be, the roll will be 20. Because when you
I
roll a
didn't know
panic
saying
check,
that word would stress him out so much.
yeah, well, you're not the only one with secrets. No, when you roll a panic check, you always have to roll above what your current stress is, or you suffer the consequence. So if you've maxed out at 20 and you roll a natural 20, you no longer control that character. The character is done. So, if I
That's
ever
not-
ask you to roll a panic check at the moment, Jim,
Yeah.
aim for a 1.
Let's try to avoid stressful situations.
Yes, let's talk about what we're going to do with all these people.
Noticing. Wendy just starts to give Zam a bit of a reluctantly give him a bit of a. Have you got
how
a
does
shirt
this-
on or are you in a
yeah,
vest?
will.
How
That'll
did
just make it worse.
Yeah, no,
How
she,
does-
she thinks about it and then just sort of backs off.
yeah. So is there a slight, is it a visible thing that happens, Zam?
Yeah, I think you can see the discomfort and mild fear in his face when he says the going back to it, like, with intent going back to it.
Yeah,
Because so far they managed to avoid it.
yeah.
You okay, Zam?
Yeah, maybe we could, get them some kind of transport to where they need to go, and we gotta find some salvage, make some money. We're making a loss on this trip already.
Captain just
So,
go on, Wendy. Go.
one thing that I seem to remember, Roy is really, really rich. And really, really rich people can make things happen if we've got comms, can we wake him up and he can just go, I'm really, really rich, send me a ship now?
I mean, I don't think. Is that
I don't know what the rules are for really, really rich people, but it feels like something that maybe he could just hail a cab for 6-ish. And then, poof.
I mean, there's. I think that's actually not a bad idea, Wendy. The only issue is the man is not. He's currently comatose.
No one's gonna wake him up.
You can't just wake. Doc, I don't think.
Blaze, do you know what a coma is?
Just have to shake him really hard.
You are never allowed in my medical bay again.
Oh yeah, that's the worst thing that could happen.
Oh, the irony.
The irony. Well,
I don't know. I don't know what his coma thing is like, and if he could be, woken up, asked to make a quick call, and then put back
Neither of them can be woken at the moment.
well,
Can anybody do his voice?
I'm boy, really, really rich.
That's pretty good.
I mean,
I need a cab or something.
I don't think that's in the best taste right now.
I mean, I'm trying to find, peaceful ways to resolution.
And I am all about that, Wendy. That's okay. Well, I'll go see what kind of signal we've got on the comms, and in the meantime, I think you should figure out what to do with these people, and for God's sake, we gotta tell them.
Yes, I'll go and speak to them.
Good. Okay.
Blaze, I'd appreciate some backup.
No, yep, I got you.
No.
Oh.
I love the fact that they're at the breakfast table and he's got a shotgun with him.
That or he
Just
pumped the
hidden by
sausage.
his leg.
Eating his cereal with it. Oh dear, there's a gif. Anyway,
Yeah.
so the captain heads back to the bridge, followed by the little monitor of Darcy. Players, what are you doing while she's trying to figure out the comms?
Well, I'll ask Blaze and Wendy actually if they want to follow me to the meeting and planning office, and I'll ask Sam to stay in the galley.
Sam's going back to the engine room. He's going to
Okay.
get something.
Yeah, I follow Doc.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And as you sort of get closer to the sort of meeting,
Might bring some breakfast snacks.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
you get to the planning room. You put in the security code and it as it opens. You're all there and you see the group of these figures all still in their sort of ragtag clothing, survival clothing / hazard suit kind of stuff. Some of them are without their masks right now. Some of them still have like rebreathers, and you can see that a couple of them are sort of fussing over like a larger figure, sort of like oh god. And as you approach at the door, Doc, you recognise the woman that you bandaged up, sort of looking and go, please, you gotta help him, he's having trouble breathing.
And I will just go over and examine him, but I will see if I can subtly get Blaze to stay close to me.
I've got a tray full of food.
Yeah, tray can be used as a weapon. Clang.
Right.
Okay.
Orange juice. Orange juice.
On the bar.
And
Got tea's made.
you see this group of
I'll
people.
stay by the door.
Yeah. As you see this sort of group of people sort of look up, they look. Oh, it's once again. It's another sort of reinforcement, especially when Wendy, as you're looking at these people, not military. Do you know what I mean? They were never military. The way that they sort of folded when things, these are average Joes, and they were tired, and they all looked tired and confused and scared, concerned. They're not quite sure. There's definitely a sense of confusion that they don't know quite what's gone on. You could possibly put that down to the fact that they haven't seen their leader in quite some time. He sort of left the room and then never came back. As you're taking this all in, Blaze, you follow the dock, and you can just see this sort of figure, sort of. Oh God! It hurts when I breathe. He's sort of like hunched over. He's sort of holding his chest. You can hear like raspy breathing.
This isn't Boone.
It is indeed Boone.
It's Boone.
I turn to Wendy.
We don't have our pain pills. We haven't had any of our meds.
Give me a moment. Wendy,
Mm-hmm.
if anything happens, shut the door and lock us in with them.
I look at Wendy.
Anything happens?
You know what I mean. Let me take a look. And I'll try and examine him.
You start to sort of reach down. It's like, it's my ribs, just under my ribs. You see part of like there is a sort of a bandage there. You can tell that this is another figure who has been sort of badly hurt. Pain pills. Have you got any pain pills?
I can get you some, yes.
Make a speed check.
My speed is 38 and I've rolled a 38.
He goes to move quick, and you can tell he goes to put his arm around you, Doc. This is a big man.
Yeah.
And he goes to put his arm around your neck, and you put your arm up so he can't get around your neck, but he still grapples you slightly. What are the rest of you doing as this happens? There is a bit of a tussle going on.
Ram's hitting something in the engine room.
Bang.
Clang,
Clang.
clang, clang.
Seeing as I'm closest to Doc,
Yeah, Blaze, what are you doing?
can I use the tray as a weapon?
You can. Yeah. You can make a combat check if you want.
So when you say a tussle, like, is it properly like,
The
oh,
docks-
this is...
Yeah. The doc sort of leant down because this guy didn't stand. He wasn't stood up.
No.
He's got an idea.
Oh,
No, that wasn't Wendy.
As Doc sort of leant down to examine it, and Doc caught it just at the last second, and this guy moves quicker than you think he's going to. And Blaze, it's military quickness as well. This guy, he throws his arm around, and he went for the neck, and the Doc managed to get his arms up. So there isn't a chokehold, but the Doc sort of, he's struggling. It's only a matter of seconds. What do you do?
Trying to think, because, like, am I...
You were sort of kind of behind the Doc, probably to the side, I would imagine. He was kind of
Yeah, I don't
flanking
feel
Doc.
like I've got an easy, direct line of sight.
No.
to Boone.
Boone's a big fella, though. So there is a sort of... The Doc's, like, trying to stay on it.
Well, fuck it, yeah. I'm going to combat check.
Okay.
And... Wait, does this count as hand to hand?
Yeah, it would be. I'll allow that.
Yes. Ooh, 26.
26.
Success.
Just give me a sort of D5.
Hang on, D5.
D10, half it.
Oh God, every time.
I'm not going to divulge
It's a-
how long
it's a
it took
3.
me
Do
to
we
learn
roll-
that.
Do we roll down? Round down? Or, because I rolled a 3.
Yeah, so it'd just be like 2 points. Yeah, I'll count that as 2. I'll count that as 2 points. And that smash is enough for him to relinquish his. He's like, "Rah!" And he sort of tumbles back against the wall. You can see, like, he's a coiled spring, but he lets go of you, Doc, and you feel the pressure release. And he's
Easy, big guy. He's trying to help you.
Is that so? Fine, help you, Bean. Leaving us locked in here.
You invaded our ship. What were we supposed to do?
Where's Bartlett?
Right now, I'm the only friend you've got here.
Where?
So you need to listen to me. Bartlett was weak. Bartlett did not survive the night.
There's just everyone else is sort of like there's a sense of like, oh fuck. This dude's just he is just eyeballing you, Doc.
I am truly sorry for your loss. Now,
Don't
Bartlett
fucking
wanted
lie to me about your sorries.
I don't care if you believe me or not. I'm just telling you how things are. Now, Bartlett wanted to get you folks somewhere safe. I intend that we carry that out. His final wish, fine. We're not your enemies here. You're on our ship, you're safe. Now, our ship isn't equipped for a long journey with this many people on it, so we need to find a solution soon. But I fully intend that you will all survive this, and that you will all find safety somewhere you can live the remainder of your days in peace, or whatever it is you want.
See this figure sort of looks at you, Blaze. And looks to the door. What's Wendy doing? Did she shut the door?
No. No, because it all happened quickly, so she's just sort of filling the door as best a skinny woman can.
You see Boone sort of look at the others, and one of them speaks up. Come on, Boone, man. Give it up. We're fucking tired, man. We got off the planet. Yeah. Yeah, we did. I'm guessing you want rid of us, yeah?
Yes.
I don't think you want to stay on here all the time.
No. And I want to get these people off this piece of shit sooner rather than later.
Then we're working towards the same goal.
Well, I got an opportunity for you. Big old trash heap like this must have an emergency pod, right? Way I see it, probably birds around 10. How about you let us all get on it, and we'll be out of your hair.
Let me speak to the captain. It's her ship, it's her decision. But I will present your case to her.
Yeah, you said that before, didn't you?
Yes.
And just sort of, will you take it to your captain? He looks at the rest of the group and they're like, and there's a sort of moment where you get like, they don't want any more trouble. This is a defeated group. Boone's still, he's cagey as all hell.
Oh, by the way, not that any of you asked, but your other friend is fine.
Why don't you bring him in here and prove it?
Absolutely. I'll go and
Nail his head. No, I know you took the nail out, but and you can. I mean, he's stable, isn't he, Doc? You know, you just sort of medicate him, so you can drag the unconscious body back into that room.
I'll sort of wake him. He'll be a little groggy, but
and the rest, you see some of the other crew sort of fussing over this guy, and Boone just looks at the rest of you. Well, let me know what your captain says. And he sort of just stands there watching over his people, but just eyeballing you three.
I pick up some of the orange juices. And I'm imagining they're Capri Suns.
Yeah.
It seems like a space drink.
It's way ahead of its time, Capri Sun. Especially when they got rid of the bigger ones have like the cap on. It's a game changer.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, refreshing, watery orange based drinks aside. What are you doing? What is Zam doing right now?
Finding a non-essential part in the engine room.
Okay.
I'm just hitting it with a mallet
Okay.
repeatedly and furiously. I was thinking of someone.
Are we still on about a hammer here?
Yeah.
Okay.
During Zam's quiet time.
Clang, clang, clang.
Okay. Then Zam, are you trying to sort of relieve some stress in some kind of way?
In a twisted way, yeah.
In a twisted kind of way you are, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay. Now, let's have a look. So, the rest save. Where have I got it? Comfort saves, that's it. Now, 45 is the number to beat, as it is the Susan O'Brien. You are comfortable with this, you know it.
Yeah.
So, could you just roll me a D100 and try and get under 45?
$87.
37?
Yep.
So, do I... that would be 3.5. I'm going to round up. You can reduce your stress by 4.
Good hammering.
Yeah.
Just so you know, this may be something that was slightly adjusted from things we did before. Obviously, when you relieve stress and things like this, is normally you do them in like hostels or downtime or stuff. But we are in a literal ship that you know. It's almost like your home base. So you make a comfort save. I think we did it slightly differently once before, but a comfort save. Every place has a certain number based on how comfortable it is, and the more comfortable it is, the higher the number is. As I said there, the Susan O'Brien has a comfort level of 45. So at certain points, if you want to try and chill out in your home, that's the one to beat. And if you beat it, you reduce your stress by what you rolled divided by 10. And I rounded up. So
Zam's now on 16 stress.
So you feel a bit
Which I'm
better,
gonna
Zam.
leave there. Thematically speaking,
Yeah.
his stress hasn't reduced completely.
No. Still
And I
feeling
noticed as well, I've still got 1 health point crossed out as well.
that.
I
That will
haven't
go
been to
back
the
up.
dock.
You managed to get some
No,
rest.
I haven't been to the dock though,
True.
so I'm gonna keep that there.
What did you get that from? I can't remember. Was that a...
Probably getting beaten up by something. Oh, was that when? No, was that when Blaze punched my?
Yeah,
Face.
you can. Yeah, I would say that'd heal. That would have sort of healed up. You would have patched that up, so you can have that point back. Considering the only damage you took was from your own party.
Surprised it's
Said
only
make a
one.
distraction.
Yeah. Okay, so you leave these people behind, and do you head up to the bridge where the captain is?
Oh, we lock the door behind us.
Yeah. And the last thing you see as the door shuts is just Boone giving you the nastiest look. And you probably respond in kind. As you head up to the bridge, just hearing a clang, clang, clang in the background.
Oh, Zam's at it again.
Yeah. And as you get there, you get up to the bridge and you see the captain's there, and she sort of looks to you all. Oh, hey, how'd it go with our guests?
They have proposed a solution.
Okay.
Good.
They want our escape pod.
They want what?
I assume we have one. I don't know. It's not on the map.
Of course we do. There's a shuttle hatch on the map to the escape pod. It's a little ship that's underneath the ship. I just didn't do a map for this tiny.
Well, that's on you.
Vin?
Yeah, oh,
that's
sorry,
on you,
I'm
Vince. It
terrible.
should have been, yeah.
I'm terrible. So sorry, everyone. I've really let everyone down.
Game is over.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's it.
I am a sham.
Right, thanks everyone. Right.
What a sham I am.
In fairness, it has an emergency shuttle hatch on that map forever. We've never checked it.
I don't look at that floor.
Well, you say that, Doc, but in one previous episode, you opened the door and came face to face with a ghost.
Oh, that was there.
Yeah, that was there.
That was a long time ago.
Oh dear, a whole lifetime ago.
Yeah.
And they want to. Oh my. As the captain sort of takes that in. Well, that may actually not be a bad idea.
Yeah, we can replace the shuttle. And it gets them out of our hair.
How did they take the news? The news.
Well, no one got hurt.
Well, that's a weight off my mind. Okay. Well, we can do something with this. Before we do, I've got we've had a message come in. I think y'all should see it. It's confusing me a little bit. Hold on a sec, and she just gets on the comms. Zam, I don't know what your
Clang, 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 clang.
You know exactly what.
Zam, get your butt up here as soon as possible.
God's sake, Jesus. No,
Snapper, fracker, fracker. He's such a miserable sort.
Motley.
Yeah. Zam is everything to everyone.
He'll trudge his way slowly.
I think there's a whole period of like an hour where we're all in the bridge just waiting. Like,
yeah, and the captain in that time, that captain's going, well, we could. How many have we got? And she's figuring out like the numbers of people, the shuttle. She's contemplating it.
The doc will propose we send them with a couple of med kits and things as well, just to ease it a little bit.
Yeah, and probably she would say they got to have some rations. They got to have some food in there.
Yeah.
I think
what now?
Zam. Okay, well, get that grumpy look off your face.
This is my face.
Yeah, it's true. Well, we think we may have a solution to our little stowaway problem, but right now, I've had. Apparently, they want to take the emergency shuttle and book it out of here.
Want to do what?
Yeah, they want to take the emergency shuttle and.
And you're going to give it to him?
What else can we
If
do?
we have an emergency, what are we going to do?
Every day on this goddamn ship is an emergency.
Yeah.
Right
But
now.
we've always had an emergency shuttle.
I know. But what else? What else are we gonna do, Zam?
didn't know.
Just throw him out the airlock.
I'm not throwing him out the airlock. I'm not murdering a
Why
whole.
do we care about these people? They try to take over the ship.
They're people, Zam.
Most of them are on death's door. The one guy didn't make it through the night.
That doesn't mean you can't treat them like human beings.
Screw them.
Not entirely their fault, Sam. They came
I
under the
don't care.
thrall of a charismatic cult leader. They deserve a chance.
Maybe when we blast his body into space, they can follow him.
I do know.
Sam, you got a real bug up your butt today.
Yeah, me talking now.
Zam Brazel, we are not blasting innocent people. Well, or not so innocent, whatever they may be. Yet we're not killing them in cold blood.
Well, you've obviously all made your decision that you're going to give the shuttle away, so what do you need me for?
Good question.
It's a question I've been asking for many, many months, Wendy. No, there's a correspondence from Rooster back at home. We sent a little while ago. It took some time to get here. I think it's. I started listening to it, but I didn't really understand much of what he was saying. But there's some attachments with it. I thought, in fairness, we should all be here when I play it. Is that okay with you, Master Brazel?
Sir.
Goodness, sit down and shut the fuck up. As she sort of brings up the screen, and you can see like there's a vid screen that appears, and you see the visage of one Rooster Beck of Gibbous Incorporated, one of your bosses, one of the sort of supervisors, administrators type thing. A very gruff, slightly older looking, and sort of a thicker Sean Bean type. sort of a longish, sort of grey, sort of shoulder length grey hair, dirty overalls. Looks like a mechanic. He's a working supervisor, and he's sort of like, it sort of paws on his face, and the captain sort of looks to you all and said, "Right, make yourself comfortable because it's going to be a few minutes," and just clicks on it. I see Rooster there. Looking at him, he looks tired as well, and he sort of, and as he talks, you notice he's sort of shifting a bit in his seat, and he's slightly uncomfortable. He's sort of twisting, sort of looking about a little bit. "How do, Jane? Been trying to contact you for a while. Been out there on the edges of known space. I know you've hit a communication black spot or something, so hopefully you'll get this sooner rather than later. Just wanted to update you on a couple of things. That repair ship we talked about before to help fix that jump drive of yours. It's one of Fancy's crew, Ardent Fancy. So they'll get you bandaged up and ready to come home as soon as possible. I haven't got a bead on them as I send this, so I reckon they must be mid-jump right now. Ardent Fancy, that name, as you know, is a Gibbous Incorporated engineering team leader. A little bit of a wunderkind when it comes to engineering, quite a pilot in his own right. His particular team are known for being loudmouths, like beer swilling sort of trucker types, albeit ones that they're harmless and it's just part of their charm. But they're proper sort of roughneck kind of. They party as hard as they work, and they work pretty fucking hard. But Reese continues. Now I don't know if you've moved on from your initial location, so the data cache alongside this message I've attached. I keep sort of looking around. I've put the relevant information so you can identify their ship, and it's got all their ident and all of their details, so you know when they're close. Just in case, I don't want you bumping into them literally in the middle of nowhere. Also, you'll find the usual staff communications and stuff and all that. Management want to debrief you as soon as you're back as well, naturally, but they got bees in their bonnets about something. I don't think they're going to wear kids gloves, but you let your crew know that I'll back you all up whatever they say, right? Yeah, I'd like to catch you all when you get back for a proper chat and a catch up. No matter what you say, I won't be drinking any of that strong stuff you lot drink. The stuff that we say people shouldn't bring back into this system. When you drink it, you've got to give it a while before it's safe to show your face in public, if you know what I mean. I don't know why you drink that kind of stuff, but it'll get you killed if you're not careful. And you hear sounds of people sort of moving somewhere in the distance and knocking on the door. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. When you can, please just get in touch, so we know you're all okay. Right? Stay safe out there. And the screen goes black. Now, I've never seen that man like that before in all my life. I mean, I've seen him dirtier than that, but he's...
What goddamn drink was he on about?
I have no idea.
You tried the coffee.
I don't think...
Dick used to make the coffee. He was better at it.
Yeah.
Could it have been a warning of some kind? Something we shouldn't be bringing back with us.
What have we got?
Captain looks at you. we've got an awful lot on this ship at the moment, Wendy, that we're not strictly supposed to have. There's
I'm trying to remember what message we sent now.
There was the initial as you communicated them with him initially. The captain made a message to him about getting a repair crew up, and there was a point where they could meet you in space or they could meet you in the colony. You chose to go to the colony. See earlier in season 2 to see how that went. But the ship was essentially being sent out, so you got some confirmation and an ident on that. Wendy, I did see he sent a few attachments. There's God damn, and as she sort of clicks on some files, there's a few sort of folders. There's some communications to her, like admin type thing.
Oh.
There's also a couple of things of note. There seems to be a message of confirmation that you have been paid the credits for your contracted work. Not the extra job. And we can confirm stuff off game, just to make, because it was way back in season 1 when you already had earned a certain amount of credits. But that in itself is highly unusual, because you shouldn't get that until you come back and you've brought salvage with you and it's been confirmed. But everyone on the crew has been paid their salary, the salary for their initial particular job that they were doing. And there's a folder that says Wendy's family letters. And Wendy, honey, I mean, I don't want to open that file. That seems to be none of my business. But if you want to, gentlemen, avert your eyes if she's got. You open up this folder, and there is a massive list of just. It seems to be these tiny little data files, like minute. Thousands of them. You know, when they're like a tiny part of a file, you know, when you go for a search and you just see a massive list of .x, w, whatever. There's loads of them. And then there's another file in there that you notice is encrypted. Just looking at it is different from the others. It seems to be encrypted. Darcy offers to help. And you say about the decryption.
Can I take this somewhere else?
You can, if you want.
I don't know where.
It seems to be a vid file.
Can't go in the office.
There are like video terminals and stuff if you want.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not in a secret squirrel way, but just maybe into the lounge and just into a corner.
Okay.
For a bit more privacy.
Okay. As the captain talks to the rest of you about, like, shit, we've been paid, and like you can hear that in the distance. As you open this video, Wendy, you immediately recognise the logos and design of the Signia network, which is the largest news and media network in the systems. News, advertising, entertainment, it's all on there. Thousands of channels. Distributed all through colonies, planets. And it's all based around one network. One of the biggest shows on this network is the news show Vox Pops. And as the video begins, you recognise it's a clip from one of those shows. You see the pearly white teeth and over the top enthusiasm of Layla Vox, one of the hosts. She's wearing like neon makeup and extravagant jewellery and a sleek dress made of a fabric that has like sort of digital symbols and coding and readouts and more running through it. It's like a dress that has like matrix code constantly sort of moving on it. And behind, there seems to be an expensive-looking party winding down behind her. And you see some holographic projections of fireworks and different displays. And she's got a microphone in her hand. And with that, we say goodnight to the literally star-studded Industria Gala here in the Demonium Arboretum, where the only thing hotter than the deadly radiation being kept at bay were the celebrities. Back to you in the studio, Pops. And it cuts to a simpler News at 10 sort of style setup and a broad-shouldered man behind a news desk. He has dark skin, silver hair, immaculately coiffed, and looks every inch the consummate professional. And you can see his name come up on the screen, Pops McGee, as he acknowledges his co-host and effortlessly changes the tone. Thank you, Layla. Today, after much speculation, Echelon have confirmed that they have lost all contact with their revolutionary new cruise liner, the Icarus. The revolutionary shuttle was heralded as the new standard in interstellar travel, promising faster travel times and going even further than ever before. As this man talks, you see footage and clips of this ship. A ship that you recognise, but it didn't quite look the same as when you saw it. And you see lots of design, you see designers and people heralding this wonderful ship as the figure goes on. Despite protests from some anti-Echelon factions, its maiden voyage was heralded with much fanfare and publicity. Amongst several members of Echelon themselves, the guest list also contained a highly exclusive list of the corporate and social elite, all eager to experience the trip of a lifetime. We see just footage of people in immaculate, just the top tier dress moving onto this ship, and you see some selfies and certain pictures that were being posted. However, concerns began shortly after it took off. After the initial influx of promotional videos and social network posts, the ship went dark. Reports at the time suggested teething problems, minor technical issues, and of course the black spot that happens when ships travel through jump gates. Until now, the ship was still visible to Echelon. Regis Valmont, from Echelon, commented earlier today. It cuts to the screen of a face you recognise.
Boo.
I'm glad I'm not watching this.
When he messaged the crew personally. You see the same slick suit and the slick back hair and the cold looking eyes of Regis Valmont. But he looks solemn in a kind of way. This is, of course, a dark day in the history of Echelon. A day in which we hope for the best, but unfortunately must prepare for the worst. The Icarus was to be the forefront of our new line of interstellar travel and was championed by our very own Darwin Buchanan. So much so that he is also among the list of its first guests and those currently thought lost. Darwin is more than a mentor. He is also a close personal friend and a pioneer in his field. Our thoughts are with his family at this time. I would say this to any of those who had loved ones on board or had invested in the project itself. Please be assured that we will be doing everything in our power to reach the bottom of this and find the Icarus. A thorough investigation is underway, and I implore those out there who may wish to spread thoughtless and unfounded rumours to refrain from doing so. And it cuts back to Pops McGee. Since the initial announcement of its travelling issues, rumours of corporate sabotage have been rampant. Shortly after talking with us, those heading the investigation have released the identities of several individuals who they wish to talk to in this investigation. And flashcards pop up. When do you immediately recognise the faces that pop up? Because every single one of them is on this ship. A seemingly innocent crew of freelance space refuse operatives. Their last known coordinates were in the vicinity of the Icarus before it disappeared. It has not been confirmed if they were involved in the disappearance, but Signia News has discovered some disturbing details about a couple of these individuals. Among their number are Dr. William Forrest, the disgraced experimental scientist, once known for his boundary-pushing theories until scandals and the unfortunate death of one of his patients led to him being expunged from the ranks of AD Vance. Shortly afterwards, he disappeared from public life and has been off-grid ever since. And one ZAM BRAZEL, a seemingly simple ship engineer, is currently wanted for questioning in the violent assault and attempted murder of Rango Bandores, an aquapool landscape gardener on Earth. Before the authorities could question him, he fled the planet and has also been off-grid since. It is unknown if any of this crew are involved with anti-echelon factions, but we have also discovered that some other members of the Susan O'Brien have previous ties to the military. At this time, Armorsight Syndicate have declined to comment. And you see a screen with the ID photos that the way it's displayed look an awful lot like mugshots, the way that this is edited and cut. If you have any information on the whereabouts of these individuals, do not approach them personally. They may be considered dangerous. Instead, get in touch with us here or via any of your local Echelon Comm terminals. And he begins to talk and the video stops. And that's where we're going to go to break. We're gonna as Wendy is taking all this in, we're gonna see you in 5. We're gonna figure out what on earth we're gonna do. And see you in a minute. Bye everyone. And welcome back. Revelations, indeed. But only Wendy at the moment. Looking at a small vid screen. Probably maybe a handheld one with a couple of headphones or something, Wendy, so it's not broadcast to everyone. As this video stops before, and you're left with that information.
Is there any way of knowing or seeing who sent it to me?
The only real thing you had before, it was attached with everything that Rooster sent.
Okay.
I would say Wendy would know this. She's pretty switched on about it. She knows that the whole Wendy's family thing is a flag, because there's probably a sense of that was intentional.
Mm-hmm.
That maybe that was snuck under there. Do you know what I mean? It's it looks like a personal communication, but hid something else. But as far as you know, Rooster's the one that sent all of this.
Wendy is going back into the bridge. We are in the shit.
What?
We are all deep, deep, deep in an awful lot of shit. And some of you are in even more shit.
What?
Wendy?
Watch and learn.
What?
And Wendy plays. You can go up to the console and play the one that's actually there. You know, the one that you copied across, and certainly the same video plays. The same. It catches you off guard at first. The garish sort of over the top presentation of an entertainment gala, switching to a news report, and your faces and all the information that came afterwards, and then it ends. Well, fuck.
Oh, shit.
Doc? ZAM? Anything you'd like to add to oh fuck and oh shit?
No, that about covers it.
Captain's just looking. She's trying to take it. You can see, like, and she certainly looks at Doc and looks at ZAM for a moment.
They say attempted.
I mean, I'm sure he
What?
deserved it.
Attempted what?
Oh, he deserved it.
Attempted murder, Zam? What the hell?
Well, attempted better than, you know, completed.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, just a moment ago, you were talking about sending people into space without a parachute. This is, and now I hear this. Who the hell are you, ZAM BRAZEL?
That was different, Captain. That was different.
Were you a ray of sunshine then?
There was a better man back then.
On hearing this news, in total, could everyone give me a panic check?
Oh, fuck.
Should have done it. I think I could have done it when Wendy watched it, but I think when everyone's together.
Nice.
It's
Ooh.
panic, yeah?
Well, this
Or
is
a
a
B.
panic
So
check.
that's the
Yeah, it's the one you need. The one you need to roll.
Above our stress.
You got to roll above
Above,
your stress. Yes.
part
Oh,
of it. No.
No.
So I will
got-
ask you one by one. Okay. Let's start off. Blaze, what is your current stress?
12.
And what did you roll?
19.
Success. You do not panic.
Thank you.
I mean, you're probably gritting your teeth, but
I'll just call him Mr. Cucumber.
that was your name at the barracks, was it?
No, it was Gherkin.
Doc Forrest, what is your current stress?
12,
What did you roll?
4,
Could you roll me a d10, please, Doc?
5.
Okay. Overwhelmed. Makes sense considering everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
relatively that's...
All actions are at disadvantage for the next 5 minutes. Shouldn't be too bad. However, you permanently raise your minimum stress by 1.
Okay.
Okay. ZAM BRAZEL, what is your current stress level?
16.
16. What did you roll?
13.
13. Okay. Death Wish.
No, I rolled a 13.
For the next 24 hours, whenever you encounter a stranger or known enemy, you must make a sanity save or immediately attack them.
What? Death Wish?
Death Wish. Yeah. Once again, for the next 24 hours, whenever you encounter a stranger or known enemy, of which there are 6 on this ship, you must make a sanity save. And if you fail that sanity save, you immediately attack them. Okay. Wendy, my dear, what is your current stress level?
14.
What did you roll?
2.
Oh. Gain 1 stress. You're anxious. You're just anxious. That was
Okay, cool. However, I did panic.
Oh, hello.
And whenever a Marine panics, every nearby friendly player must make a fear save.
Okay. Everyone, make a fear save. Oh, yes. Yes, Captain Roller 3. Okay.
Oh, no, wait. Oh, that's good. Oh,
Okay, so
sorry.
you don't have to roll, Wendy. You're good.
No, I'm
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah, you're
Well, I'm
Yeah, you're
I'm
anxious.
not. I'm anxious, and
Yeah.
that has made everybody else
Yeah.
kind of.
Okay, Doc, what did you get?
84, failure.
Okay. Gain a point of stress. Blaze.
39 out of 40, so just below.
You are Mr. Cumber, Mr. Cucumber.
Call me Gherkin.
Yeah, that's sticking. And ZAM BRAZEL, what did you roll?
79.
Okay, which is a failure, so you get a point of stress.
Yes. I've had in my point of stress.
Have you gained back 2 of the ones you lost already then, Jim? Is that...
We're on 17 now.
Okay. A stressful situation all round.
This is not going to go well.
Yeah. And the captain sort of turns and looks at you, Doc. I mean, and she briefly looks at you, Zam. The way I see it, whatever happened before you stepped on this ship is your own business. And I don't frankly care.
I've told you my past before, Jane. I didn't leave anything out.
I know. But this goes for all of you. He looks back to Zam. Whatever you did before means naught to me. But the way you handle yourself on the ship from now on, and while you're under my charge, does. So no threatening to throw people in the way like Zam. I can't be having that.
My captain.
As Wendy said, we are in the shit. I mean, I felt my stomach turn as soon as I saw that snaky looking son of a bitch that messaged us before.
We use our ace in the hole.
What's that?
That recording that we've got. Mr. Buchanan, God rest his soul.
Say we broadcast it sooner rather than later, Captain, because we're running out of time.
We should get these people off the ship first. They don't need to be...
Towards...
What are you talking about? What, you think the repair ship's gonna be a problem? You know those fellas, Zam. They're a bunch of mouthy assholes, but...
Yeah, and if they've been paid...
The doc's right. We gotta deal with one problem at a time, and we gotta...
These people have suffered enough. We can't put our shit on them as well. We give them the shuttle. That's my vote.
Yeah, right now with everything else. I know what you're saying, Zam. I know what you said earlier, and I understand, and it sticks in my craw to lose part of my ship. But I think we got bigger fish to fry right now. So I agree with the doc. I'll see if I can figure out see if I can see what kind of long range we've got still. It seems the communications are on. I'm still getting traffic, but we're still all the way out in the sticks. We can't... I mean, we're in frontier space. There ain't no one here that's gonna help us or hear us right now. We need to get closer to home.
You know the other thing we have? We have the recording. We have 2 survivors from the Icarus. I mean, maybe they can't say anything right now, but... And I don't want my plan to always be wake up the billionaire. But they know what happened, and they know that we had nothing to do with it. We saved them.
2 of them.
I mean, there's certainly cards we got up our sleeve, but I hate to remind everyone, but that Regis fella also knows we got people on. He doesn't know who, but he knows we got people. And that man looks like
Getting repaired, Gavin.
he will do an awful lot to keep his fuck up quiet.
I can't risk her.
Know what I want you to, Doc.
I hate to say this. I agree with Sam. I'm not so sure about this repair ship.
Why don't we get on the shuttle and leave them to have the ship?
I take it back. I no longer agree with Sam.
I mean, Zam, honey, you know that an emergency shuttle doesn't have jump ship. It doesn't have jump capabilities. We'd just be floating around sniffing each other's farts for the next 6 months, and I don't want to do that. Quite frankly, I know your diet. So, well, if you're concerned about that ship, then, well, we got one up on them. They don't know that we know. If indeed they are what you think they are. But that's by the by. Right now, Doc, I'm sorry I keep getting distracted from this, but we need to get those people off this ship.
Let's get some supplies onto the shuttle and then wave our goodbyes.
Blaze, you look troubled. I mean, naturally, but is there anything else you want to say?
No, I think that about covers it. It's just we're getting real low on Capri Suns, Captain.
God damn. They are refreshing.
I think we've still got the blackcurrant ones.
No
one likes those.
The blackcurrant ones. Put him in the airlock.
Wendy's violence comes back.
Zam immediately snaps.
Rango.
Current.
Oh dear. So, what's the plan?
Get rid of the survivors. The tunnel people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
In a humane way, in the shuttle.
okay.
Yeah,
Not
put
killing
some
them
medkits,
immediately.
some
How are you
rations in the
going
shuttle.
about this?
Well, I would suggest that Wendy and Blaze are heavily armed.
Okay.
And we sort of take them down.
Zam, what are you doing?
Zam's going to prep the shuttle.
Oh, no, I don't trust that.
It doesn't. Or do you. Right, Zam says he's going to prep the shuttle. If you want to have a moment, have your moment.
Well, Gavin doesn't trust that. Blaze probably doesn't realise.
Okay.
No. Zam's not going to do anything to the shuttle.
Oh, okay.
What a reveal
Captain
if
has
he's a
made it-
serial killer after all this time.
No. Captain has said, tone it down. The only problem is that when he sees them being loaded into the shuttle,
Attack, but we don't know that.
but you don't know why, yeah. And
Unless he
doesn't know.
makes his a sanity roll.
Yeah.
We have to, presumably,
Okay.
using that
So I
knowledge
have
would be
to-
metagaming, so we can't.
Yeah.
So Zam is prepping the
doesn't
shuttle.
know that it's
He's-
going to kick off.
Yeah, he's prepping the shuttle, making
Yeah.
sure it's all there, and certainly the captain brings down like some boxes of supplies and stuff. And for expediency, you can briefly tell these people you can have the shuttle. We're just prepping it. You don't have to go through all that rigmarole. It's tense, but certainly some of them.
I
seem
imagine
relieved.
Boone would be like the unofficial leader of them now.
And it
Yeah.
seems to be.
Yeah, like the reluctant, yeah.
And okay, so and Wendy and Blaze, are you strapped? Are you packing?
Please be strapped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What you take? Just for reference, what you?
I mean, you can have the shotgun. I'll just take a pistol.
The doc will have a trank gun as well, but that's less threatening
Okay.
than.
Do you want the shotgun, Wendy?
Ah, can I have the vibrochetti,
Of course you can.
which was there?
That's Jim's face. Okay.
I'll wait until you have to use all of these on Zam.
The doc's good with arms.
Yeah. Okay. And certainly,
I kind of want it because it makes a good sound.
yeah.
Can I ask a question though?
Yes. Yeah.
It says stranger or known enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to roll 6 sanity saves?
No. I won't get you to do that.
Okay.
It will just be one general.
Individually checking each person.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So you begin.
And there's some sort of combination of a man and a fox and a chicken on a boat of getting these people down there
Yeah.
without leaving somebody on their own
Yeah,
to be
without
overwhelmed.
leaving Zam
but-
behind.
Yeah,
with them.
exactly.
Yeah.
There's some maths that somebody else can do.
Okay.
But we do it safely.
Yeah, come on, Zam. You're coming back with us up to the bridge.
Yeah.
We're going to leave you here whilst we take.
Lock 3 of them in. Oh,
But there is a point.
Zam, you've eaten the grain!
There's empty Capri Suns all over the bottom of it.
Stained orange. Yeah.
They even did a black currant.
box of black
I'm so
currants, yeah.
ashamed.
untouched.
Oh dear. But there is a point when you hear the sounds of a lot of figures approaching Zam. You've prepped the shuttle. It's ready to go. Back to the ship map, just so we have a kind of a geography, just a visual geography. These corridors aren't exactly massive, but certainly everyone is. You hear the people coming down. No, they're coming. Yeah, they're coming down there. The ladders.
While Zam's just kind of like rocking a bit. Just
Yeah,
take away.
yeah, pretty tense. Everything going through your head, Zam. And it's just flashes, just the briefest flashes of Earth as well, just flashing up. Blood on your hands. And you look up and you see the frame of Doc Forrest leading the way. In what order are we doing this? Just so I clarify. Is Doc leading the way, or is he?
So I think Doc's in front, and then either Wendy or Blaze, with then all of the passengers, and then
Yeah.
the other one at the back.
Who's with the Doc?
Out of
Yeah,
Us
out
two, or-
of
Yeah.
the Marines. Who's with the Doc? The other person's at the back.
I'll go with the doc.
Okay.
With me.
Yeah. so
Is this a good idea?
Totes.
Zam, you see
There are no good ideas.
you see
here.
a Doc Forrest and Wendy approaching, and even there's a lot of people between them, but you see the large frame of Blaze at the back, and just behind Wendy is the large frame of Boone. Could you roll me a sanity save, please?
Succeed.
Just lunges for Boone.
Walks past.
Did you
A few
succeed?
others will walk past. And then there'll be one small Weasley one that looks a bit like Rango Banderas. That's the one he's going to attack.
Ah!
'Cause I got a 65.
As they approach and they walk past, your blood pressure, you can feel your
Wetted.
heartbeat.
Yeah.
It's like the sound of a kettle, just There's a ringing in your ears as they're being led in. There is a person at the back. Okay. It is the figure at the back is the one who you went up on the crane with, the wheezy sounding figure is there. And you're going to immediately attack them, right? Right, Zam?
Yep.
They are right at the back, and Blaze, you are right behind them. Could you give me a combat roll? I'll give it Zam. Zam gets a combat roll, and then we'll...
So my combat is 46, and I rolled a 29.
Now you fucking succeed.
Can I?
What are you attacking with, Zam?
What would he have prepping the shuttle? Have some kind of. I think he'd have some kind of like data pad kind of thing, and he's just gonna like try and whack him with that.
With an iPad.
Yeah.
Not even like a wrench or a bit of metal.
You're
Well, you wouldn't. I don't think he'd have a wrench because he's not repairing anything. He's just like getting the shuttle ready.
As Blaze, you see as this figure sort of moves forward, and Zam swings out and cracks them right in the face. Could you roll me a D5, please, Zam?
Yeah. That's an 8, so that's a 4.
Oof. This figure spins back into you. Oh my god. Shattering.
He's gonna like smack you in the face as he's shouting, "God damn you, Ren!"
And the figure sort of reels back. Blaze, you're hitting the face with a tooth. It's like, as this, they begin tumbling over, and Zam is incensed. Zam, you're just going to want to.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn, what?
Strangle him.
You're going to. Okay.
Leave it, Zam. It's not worth it. I always wanted to say that.
in the shuttle, as the rest of them were sort of prepping, Boom begins to get up.
Wait, please.
The fuck is going on out there?
I don't know, but we will get this sorted. We will get your people on here, and we will get you away safely.
Can I pull Zam
Yep.
off?
Yeah. You can make a contested strength check. You're going to pull Zam off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yay.
Might chill out then. Contested strength.
He rolls over and smokes a cigarette.
Strange sound of hammering once again.
Ooh. I've rolled.
Well, am I rolling as well? Sorry.
Yeah. Strength.
So it'll be like who fails and who succeeds, and then if we both succeed, who got the lowest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless
Okay,
one of you
I've rolled.
unless one of you got a critical, then of course.
My strength is 39.
And
I've rolled 41.
my strength's 31. What the hell? Oh no! Oh no! 68.
Ah!
Okay. Could you roll me another D5, please, Zam? As you're choking this figure. Zam's got a vice grip on this.
6, so that's a 3.
He's unhinged.
Okay. Blaze, you know, if it's too much longer, he's going to break his neck. He's going to break.
Fucking hell.
He's Zam's in a world of his own. What do you do?
I
What
wonder
are the
how
other two
Randall
doing? What are
almost
Wendy and the Doc doing before we?
Can we see what's happening now? Is
You
that
probably
where
have to. I mean, you were in the shuttle. If you step out, you said you told Boone you're going to try and fix it, so you can move out and you see just the large, probably the back of Zam, just like a little mountain of
Can I
Zam.
try and trank him?
You can. Zam, would you say that you'd be focused on anything else?
No, he's just trying to kill Rango.
Okay.
He's not even trying to kill this guy. He's trying to kill Rango.
Okay, then make a combat check, Doc, with advantage.
Has my overwhelmed gone?
Yes.
Been 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's been way more than 5 minutes. Yeah.
Combat with advantage. Okay.
You can add your field medicine because this is something on the go. So
So, combat is 36 plus field medicine is 51. I have rolled a 93 and a 52.
Oh.
So did you say you had to get a 51?
Yep.
It's not great.
No, it's not.
As you're doing this, and Zam's moving too much that he knocks the gun out of your hand. You almost get him, and then it spins. It clatters along the floor. Wendy, as you sort of poke, you're sort of like there at the door, and you can see that Boone's ready to move, but he's not moving. But you can tell that he's. As you're sort of all he can see is
this
you
guy
sort
the
of looking
last
down.
guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm going to throw. I've got 5 pain pills, and I'm going to throw them into the shuttle, just loose. They're kind of ding, 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 around, and then shut the door. So they can't come out of the shuttle.
Right. Okay.
But I'm not sending it away.
Okay. As soon as you shut the door, you like.
Yeah. Give me a minute. 1 minute. There's pills. Eat the candy.
Okay. You turn around.
Boys. Zam.
Blaze, are you still trying to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like trying to pull him off. He's
Okay.
like,
As this is
Got the
happening,
strength of 10 men!
contested strength check. Zam versus Blaze.
Is there any way I can assist Blaze?
Well, can I add some? Because I forgot to add some stuff to mine last time.
This is
Not that it
probably
would
in the
help.
moment when Doc was trying to trank him.
Okay.
Doc, you're sort of reeling at the moment. It's all happening
Yeah,
kind of
nope.
quickly.
Fair.
You can help him on the next round
Yep.
if there is indeed a next round.
Can I? Oh, if it's a strength check, I can't do hand-to-hand combat.
Not unless
Athletics?
not unless you want to do something else to him.
Maybe later. Afterwards. We're gonna
Capri Sun.
Go for
Capri
it.
Sun. We're gonna
I
have
would say
Capri
go
Suns.
for it.
Well, no, right. I'm just gonna try and like prise you off once more, and then it's gonna be like smacking you
Okay.
because you're not stopping. Can I add athletics to this?
Yeah.
I mean, I rolled a 74, so
I mean, Jim might roll higher.
did he?
Add 4. I rolled a 78.
So we both fail.
Both fail, so you both get a point of stress as you
Weak
both
ass fight.
as you both sort of like just tumble off. It's like and Blaze, as you're sort of dragging him off this body, as you can see now, even amongst all the scars, they were turning purple. They were like, and this is someone who had problems breathing anyway, and like Zam's sort of exacerbated it in some ways. But Zam, like, there was a vein on Zam's neck.
You're fighting.
Yeah.
You're fighting. Just kill
Yeah,
him.
yeah. You can see that, like, you're gonna have to keep Zam restrained for now. So you manage to drag him off, and you both tumble off. This guy's like, and Doc, this person's right in front of you right now. Wendy.
Oh. Yeah, Wendy, help me get him in the shuttle.
Yeah. Drag.
As we're going, check that they're going to be okay.
I mean, damage was done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just
Sorry.
Damn it, Sam, keep still!
and you can certainly. Boone doesn't look happy about this. Like, what the fuck? Are you shutting the door? Shutting the
Yeah.
door on him? Yeah.
I'll just say to him, look after them.
As the door, and it's like another door sort of comes down, and Darcy begins like the launching sequence for the shuttle. And Doc and Wendy, you can see Zam Blaze is sort of Zam. You're starting to chill out a little bit more, but
I'm still gripping him.
yeah, you're out of breath. You were seeing red. It's up to you how long that lasts.
Exhausted at the moment now.
Yeah, he's exhausted. And you can see on his hands, Blaze, just on Zam's hands, there's sort of like just flecks of blood. Probably from the figure's mouth as he was.
Are we still tranking him?
That's up to the good doctor who picks up his trank gun right
Yeah.
now.
I just walk over and shout, damn it, Brazel, what the fuck was that?
And he just. We didn't hear that, Jim. I was watching you like a hawk. It's like, oh god, he's so emotional. I feel emotional.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah. I just gotta kill him.
You see, he's gone like something.
Trank him.
And I guess I do.
Yeah, and you trank him, and Zam goes out. You're so angry, and then it all just goes dark, Zam. When you wake up,
He's restrained in the med bay.
yeah,
That's what happens when he wakes up.
yeah. Is he on a bed? Is he on a chair? Where is he?
He's on a bed, but like he's strapped down.
So when you open your eyes, Zam, you go to move and you can't, and the light of the sort of halogens sort of, it's bright, and as everything sort of comes into focus, you can see around you the rest of the crew. The captain's not there, but everyone else
What's going
is.
on?
You nearly killed
What do you
someone,
mean?
Zam.
What?
You're saying
What are
you
you
don't...
talking about?
You attacked one of the survivors.
I prepped the shuttle and then no, my head was hurting a bit and I think I blacked out.
What's wrong with you, Zam?
Nothing wrong with me. Get me off this thing.
No.
Gotta get me off. I'm gonna die in here like all his other patients.
I've lost exactly one patient in all the time on this ship, Zam, and you know it.
What is enough?
What are the Marines doing?
Are we? I'm assuming we're not in. We're not
standing
in.
somewhere nearby, and I'm just
Yeah,
leaning over.
yeah.
Wendy's just leaning over to Blaze, going,
Do you remember when we were the ones doing the violence?
No, how the tables have turned.
I mean, do you think maybe something got into us on that planet?
I check behind me.
You know,
Make a fear save, Blaze. I wasn't going to ask for that, but when you said you checked.
So what's the number that we keep rolling that's the worst?
99?
No, 10 below.
88?
Or 11 below. Yeah, it's 88.
88.
Oh God.
That's critical failure, isn't it?
Yeah. Get a point of stress and roll me a panic check. Wendy, could you roll me a fear save? No one else. No one else. Just that's kind of something else is happening because the doc and Zam are kind of in a conversation. They're not noticing this is going on.
The silent marine panic spiral behind us.
They're just sort of like Zam sort of patting himself down and then panics.
Do I have to roll above
Yeah.
on my thing? I've rolled a 16.
Nice.
Do I still have to roll a fear save?
Yes. Because he panicked.
42. 32, fine.
There was a moment, Blaze. There was a moment when you're like, oh God, that planet. Oh.
And then
Be the tree. Be the tree, Wendy. Be the tree.
And then I fart and feel much better and realise, it's just gas.
Yeah.
I mean, Zam gets gas, but I've never seen him do that before.
I think... I don't know. Maybe. I mean, how thoroughly did the doc check you? I mean, is he even a real doctor? Oh, God.
I've been saying this whole time, possibly not in character.
Does Zam hear them say, "Is he even a real doctor?"
I don't think that's.
They're doing marine whispers.
They're having a moment, and you're currently locked, having a conversation with the doc, and trying to get out of the restraints.
I mean, the doc. Something's going on.
Oh,
He ran that guy over. I mean, it was a good thing, right? But
he saved our lives, but...
something weird about the way that Rico is not here. That's on him. And, you know, he's just... And now he's
I
not
forgot
even
Blaze knew.
a doctor.
Roll me a social check, Wendy. This won't incur stress. Usually with the social checks, which is a stat that we've added in this game, purely because of, like... You wouldn't... You sometimes you've got to try and figure people out, but...
Would my military training or my rimwise be helpful?
Rimwise.
Cool. So I need less than 47, and that's on the floor. No. Should have left it on the floor. 84.
84. So
No idea.
You're too preoccupied. You don't see Blaze's
Got
face.
my
but
own
carry on.
theories.
Yeah, carry on. Yeah, as you are.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely... Yeah, he's... what do we do? I mean, do we tell the captain?
I don't know. I trust you because you're a Marine. I trust the captain because she's the captain.
Gotta trust your captain.
Not even sure I trust Darcy anymore. Sorry, Darcy.
That's quite all right, Wendy.
Always listening.
I've been told that my tone is somewhat unnerving to some.
I mean, it's not anything you've done or said. You've been brilliant. The way you did the doors last time, that was great. But,
You are far too kind, Wendy. Would you like a Capri Sun?
do you have more orange?
Unfortunately, they've all been put in that shuttle.
We need to get that shuttle back.
That was the captain. She was doing the supplies. Oh my god. I can't even trust the captain now. What? Oh.
Everyone roll a panic check. No.
This is a bit much.
While this is happening, Zam and Doc. Zam, are you calming down?
Oh, we've got strapped to a bed, and I don't know why. No, Doc, come on.
Sam, you attacked someone unprovoked.
God damn it, that was years ago.
No, I mean just now.
Who did I attack just now? I'm strapped to a goddamn bed. How could I attack someone?
Razzle, I'm on a very frayed piece of rope here. It's
Yeah,
been
quite a club, Doc.
a long few days. I think I'm just going to leave you here until you calm down. Just have a nap.
How dare you get me out?
No.
Wendy, he's gonna kill me. You gotta get me out.
As the doc leaves.
Do I
the
hear that?
Yeah.
Blaze, I think we should just leave him to calm down. Let's
All right. But you're gonna have to do some talking, Doc.
Fine.
Sam,
Sam, have a bit of a rest. I'll come back.
Kill me, Wendy. He's gonna
He
kill
won't kill
me.
you. I won't let him kill you. I will try not to let him kill you.
Oh, God.
I'll come back. I'll bring snacks.
Oh, God.
As Wendy turns and leaves, and the door shuts Zam, and you're just there, and like as they leave, and it's just very quiet, and you're just looking around, and then you look at the corner of the room, and there's just a fluffy cat looking at you.
Meow. Can I? Meow.
As it hops up onto you.
You got allergies. So, do I need to do a strength check to like
Are you-
shake
Fear
and
save.
see if I tip the bed over?
Okay, you chaos agent. Make a strength save with disadvantage. Yeah, strength check. Sorry. Of course he wants to tip.
Disadvantage, you said, yeah.
Yeah,
So that one's a 90. So this is gonna go well.
don't get a critical fail.
Oh, and a 39. So I choose the 90.
So you failed. The bed's going nowhere. You're like, "Ugh," and the cat just sort of sits down on your chest and gets itself comfortable. Probably like its tail swishing in your face, because its backside is towards you.
This is the worst part now. Zam's gonna have to admit that it's gonna be calming for him.
I snorted. You made me snort. And the rest of you walk back into the ship, leaving Zam behind. What is the plan?
Oh, well, I was... Patrick, how do you feel about doing some backstory?
Ask.
That's the most considerate way of getting backstory out of someone.
What date was that?
Are you ready to monologue, mate? I'm just giving you time to, like, if you need to pull it up. No.
So, Doc.
The most awkward way. Blaze is like,
So, ooh, it's warm. Oh, so Doc.
Hang on, I'm not coming on to you. Fucking feels like I am, jeez.
So Doc, we all saw the video. Anything you'd like to add? Possibly.
Okay. If I'm doing this, I'm not doing it without a drink. Fuck, my whiskey's in the med bay.
Oh, Sam. Let me go see if the captain's got any.
I go up to the...
Captain's always got some. Yeah.
Try and steal some from the bridge. You know.
Yeah, so if I'll take him to the galley and sit him down and info dump.
I just realised Sam's not here for this.
I know.
I don't think it'd do Zam any good. Where's Wendy though? Is Wendy
I'm right there.
I figured, yeah.
Just staring at the dock like no trust whatsoever.
This is for our peace of mind.
So what do you want to know?
What that was about?
Did I
On
kill a
the screen.
child? Yes. Yes, I did. I've been a doctor for a long time. But I used to work in much cleaner surroundings. Some of the nicer hospitals back on Earth. I was good at what I did. I was damn good at it. Damn good. And he pokes Wendy in the arm as he says that.
Still sore, Wendy, but it's there.
Still sore.
I know. And I suppose I became arrogant.
No.
I never lost. I never.
Wendy.
A woman came to me with her child, a young boy. He was sick. If nothing was done, he was going to die. There was a treatment that we'd used many times before. High success rate, but there were side effects.
Side effects?
You know, that would reduce one's quality of life. You'd survive, but a lot of patients came out without being able to walk or, you know.
I got you.
Anyway, I had been working on a new treatment without the side effects. Untested. I asked for permission to use it on the boy. I was denied. I did it anyway. And I was wrong. I made a mistake. It didn't work, and the boy died on my table. I killed him with my hubris. As you can imagine, that's not really... I wasn't very popular after that. Lost my license to practice. Lost my wife and my daughter. Didn't want anything to do with me after that. Well, the years after that are sort of a blur, to be honest with you. I don't like to think about them, but...
It's alright, Doc. You said enough.
I just top his glass back up.
I haven't said enough, I'm afraid, because
Okay.
you need to know why I ended up here.
I thought it'd be like any of us. The only kind of shithole that would take us.
Have you heard of the Endeavour? It was a ship that was launched, experimental ship, I don't know, 5-6 years ago now, that went missing.
Can't say I have.
The pilot, Madeline Porter. She's my daughter.
Oh.
And while I hadn't seen her for a long time, had no contact, knowing that she was out here somewhere, alone, possibly, well, Jane gave me the opportunity to come out into space, and I'm here hoping against hope that one day we find some sign of my daughter.
You don't think she got mixed up with this experimental Icarus?
I have no idea. I hope not. But I'm here on this ship to try and make amends for... No, you can't make amends for that, but I'd like to do what I can. And to try and find the one thing I have left that is worth a damn. You trust me now, Wendy?
No.
Good.
Doc, as Wendy says that, and she sort of sat on the opposite side of the table, just behind in the corridor, there's that woman just looking at you. Always there.
I just raise my glass and take another.
Wendy assumes he's raising his glass at her,
Yeah.
so she does the same in return.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm playing with my toothpick, tapping it. Sort of, you know, when you tap a pencil and then rotate it and then slide it. And so yeah, I'm just playing with my listening. But
So now you know. The captain already knows all of it.
That ship, the Endeavour. Whose was that?
You know, I don't know.
Was it Echelon?
You would probably know, Doc, that it isn't an echelon vessel.
It was not.
Oh. Okay.
It was an AD Vance vessel.
It was an AD Vance vessel.
Of Vance refrigeration.
sorry, that was an office quote. I don't know why. Sorry. Yeah.
Time passes. The conversation dies away somewhat after
Can I
that.
take some snacks
To Zam,
to Zam?
you certainly
That's
can.
an appropriate quiet moment.
Yeah, yeah,
Like a little drink with a
Yeah.
curly straw so you
Yeah.
can have some.
yeah,
Blackcurrant.
yeah. And
Don't set him off again.
just think of the E numbers.
Asleep.
No.
Dam's asleep, and he's got a cat asleep
Yeah.
on top of him as well.
He's properly snoring as his cat's like curled up.
I'll just leave the little dish of snacks nearby for when he wakes up and then come back out.
Yeah.
Should probably undo the restraints as well. He won't be able to.
It's for the
Yeah.
cat.
That's up to Wendy. Oh, yeah, everybody's like,
Gotta
oh,
do
the
the
torture.
No, player didn't think of it, therefore character didn't think of it. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
She's distracted.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is the plan now, crew? Where do you go from here?
Good fucking question, Vince.
Yeah.
Dam's
If-
asleep, so
If the
That-
conversation is done, the doc will head back to the med bay, undo Zam's restraints, and then just go and lie down in his hammock.
Yeah. Certainly. I mean, you're sleeping so vastly, Zam, that you don't notice that the restraints come off. But eventually, when you do wake up, the doc's spark out of it in the room. And
in the med bay or
in the med
In the med bay.
and you wake up in the med bay, but you're unrestrained.
in the med bay as well.
Yeah.
The doc is, yeah.
But you're asleep, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's in his sort of hammock. That you
Oh,
know
this
that
was a
he's-
mistake.
So then, no, Zam is just gonna sneak out,
Okay.
wake up the dog.
Okay.
Head back to the engine room.
Yeah. The captain in the bridge has been looking at charts and like trying to. As Zam goes back to his room, and Wendy or Blaze at some point when you head into the bridge, and you see she's got a fresh pot of coffee, and she says to you, Blaze, how's everyone doing? Darcy told me there was a bit of a kerfuffle earlier before that shuttle got set loose. Is everything okay? How's Zam doing?
Yeah, Sam's all right. I don't know what got into him, but Doc got him restrained, and I think he seems better. I mean, he's still Sam, so.
Well, there's not much we can do about that, but I'm just concerned about him. I've never seen him act like that.
I don't know, like he was possessed or something.
When you said possessed, I couldn't. Sorry.
That was Christopher Walken.
Yeah,
I know.
He was possessed.
Okay, next character, Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
Zam. Engine. The hammer.
New campaign, we're rolling it. Never mind the rest of this one.
The end. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And season 3.
Well, I mean, he wanted to just kick people out into the airlock, and now I found out he's wanted for attempted murder. I don't. If we ever get back to where we're supposed to be, I don't know if I want him on my ship anymore.
How bad, Captain?
Well, I mean, y'all have seen some shit, and we're in it, so just keep an eye on him, because like I say, what happened before is between him and whatever he believes in, but if anyone, I can't have cold-blooded murderers on my ship, Blaze. I just can't.
I struggle to put those two together.
Sam and a cold-blooded murder.
I know.
I struggle to see that picture.
I know. It's like that concept has a whole different gravity to everything else. But it's one that it's happening. Let's just keep an eye on him.
Where you are, Captain?
Is Wendy is Wendy around at the moment? She got.
Well, let me check out. Wendy! Yeah, she's about.
Wendy comes in from the galley where she's just been hanging out.
Yeah, just eating cereal. What? This is a food and drink episode. I don't know what's going on this one. It's high quality food and drink as well. Now I don't. The way I see it, we're in a little bit of a pickle, and I think I've got enough of a handle on those other two gentlemen to know that they may not have experienced some parts of these systems, but the way I see it, even if we do get fixed up, we can't go back to the Titan system. We just can't. So in the meantime, we're going to have to lay low in some kind of way. Me, I ain't never done anything like that, but I know you two have, you've obviously had a life before this. Do you know any kind of place? Maybe in the rim that...
Surely, with my rimwise.
Well, if look at some star charts.
The place where you can get new arms.
Oh, we could maybe get Dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Paradiso's Dream.
Yeah. I called it Paradiso's
Where's that?
Dream. It's actually Prospero's Dream.
Oh.
That's
I wrote Paradiso's
yeah,
Dream.
and
There
I
you
think
go.
that's what I said before. I don't know why I said Paradiso, but it's Prospero's Dream. Okay.
Prospero's Dream.
This is a place. Make an intellect check, Wendy, with advantage and with your rimwise.
Intellect with advantage.
Blaze, if you want to make an intellect check as well.
I'll do it for fun.
These aren't
47.
stress rolls. You're just trying to recall information right now.
I have no idea where it is.
Man, I'm glad there's no stress because that was a 99.
Mine was a 74 with advantage.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Got away with one there.
God. So you know of this place, Wendy?
Rico told me about it.
Yeah, wasn't she supposed to be on this?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, in the big long list of shit, that's probably number 8 on the things we have to deal with.
Okay. Well, one less mouth to feed. That's all I know right now. Now, when ZAM...
But when she catches up with us, she's going to be really mad.
Why? Why would she?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I was with ZAM. We were getting out from the thing that we were doing, which, big, dangerous, and dark and
It's okay.
Blaze were going to meet her. And then she wasn't here. And the way Doc talked about it was like, just wasn't right.
Blaze, do you have any idea what she's talking about, honey?
What? Well, yeah, she was supposed to meet us by her vehicle, but it had been stolen, so we didn't see her.
I have no idea what happened on there. Well, I certainly hope that
What's that, ZAM? You need me?
that poor lady. Blaze, where you go? Okay. Now.
She's a survivor.
Oh, I know. I mean,
But she'll
motherfucker when I see one.
she's coming back. She's gonna be pissed off.
No.
And I can't wait to see it.
Well.
Anyway.
Let's be somewhere else when that happens, for God's sake. Now. I'd like you to tell me, just give me some details about what you know about this Prospero's Dream, and let's figure out what we can as soon as, because from the looks of the signal here, I think that repair ship is going to be here in a matter of days.
I mean,
so we need to be ready for anything. Are you ready for that, Wendy? Wendy, are you okay?
there must be a way that we can. Maybe they'll just come and they'll fix the ship.
Well, that's
And it'll all be okay.
That's certainly what I hope. I know these people. I mean, I know you've briefly met some of them. They're
You ever meet some of them?
You would have in the
Okay.
background, maybe, but you don't really know them. Yeah, I mean, they may be dickheads, but
Are they dickheads that watch the news?
well, sometimes that's the most dangerous kind, isn't it? And that is where we're going to leave this week's session. And the mid-season finale of Safe Space. Ooh. We are going to take a little break. Obviously, I think as this comes out, the Christmas will be just around the corner.
Happy Christmas.
So we're going to obviously have a great festive season and everything. This has been... I just want to give a huge, huge round of applause to my players this week. Epic. I know I dropped hints at backstory, but the way that all came out was beautiful. If there was such a thing as inspiration, you'd be getting it left, right, and centre. But there isn't, so tough. However, we will be back to find out where the crew go from here, and certainly we're at a precipice of a whole new direction for this campaign. It's going to be very, very interesting indeed. But until then, thank you very much for watching. We've got a few thanks to give out. Firstly, thanks to wonderful Tim and Tabletop Audio for the background ambience that you hear in these games sometimes. Normally they're super tense and like action-based ones, but it was a bit more atmospheric. But they are 10-minute ambient tracks that you can use in your own home games. Please do use them. You can just have, and they're made to loop as well, so they're just brilliant stuff. Love them. Follow them on Patreon. The wonderful theme, the Safe Space theme by ELIOT Red. ELIOT, who you can see in the spin-off Endangered Species. A character of that may have been mentioned briefly in this week's episode. See if you can figure out who that is. Of course,
I'm thinking Rango now.
Yeah. I know. Why did I come up with that name?
Rango Banderas.
Fan art.
And speaking of art, the wonderful credits and artwork by our one and only Gav Mitchell. Touche, as always, get a kick out of watching them. And I got a kick out of watching these players play along. Where can people find you online, etc., find your work? Jim?
Don't look for me.
Don't look for Jim. Don't look for me. Until we tell you to look for Jim.
Instagram at the moment, I think. Jim Bampfield.
Nice. Lizzie?
Various social platforms at Lizzie Boyle Says. And also look for Ski Shoot Repeat podcast on Podbean and other podcast platforms.
Nice. Gavin?
Hi. I am on social medias just at Bob Goblin.
Yes.
Just Google it, innit?
He's doing some wonderful prints, of which I've got one just here that I need to put in a frame.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
But look at that awesomeness.
Behold.
Behold PJ Montgomery. Where can they find you?
Social media, Instagram mainly, PJM 1982, one of those two things. You'll find me. Yeah. Also, Measure Fan Pod on all the socials for the Measure of a Fan, my Star Trek podcast, which we're watching Discovery now.
Hey, I have complicated feelings about that. You can. It's Star Trek. Everyone has complicated feelings about Star Trek. You can find me on social media at Jester Diablo. You can follow this show at Safe Space RPG. And lawbreaker.podbean.com is where you can find audio versions of some of the seasons as well. Stay tuned to that and our social media and wherever we may be. I've got to find more in this world of social media. I've got to find more sort of accounts to figure out how to get the word out about this show. But if you checked out this show, thank you very, very much. We have a lot of fun sort of playing this game, getting together and just having a laugh and telling this story. And wherever it goes, I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes next. So if you did enjoy the episode, just like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below or a thumbs up. We really appreciate it, and thank you to everyone that's commented so far. Until we get back for the rest of this season, wherever you are in the world, we hope you're doing all right. You're not having panic checks all the time, or you're not breaking down like a ZAM Brazel. You're not sort of doing whatever the doc did this week, which is just, I was speechless. I could listen to PJ talk all evening. And I hope you're just sticking in there and staying strong like the 2 Marines we have in this campaign as well. Somehow I've not fallen to bits no matter what I do to them. But we'll find out if I manage to do that next time. So until then, we hope you're happy, healthy, and wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, just remember, stay safe, everyone. See ya!
Hey.